What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today, we are taking a look at the version 1.0 release of The Long Dark, which you know what that means. It's time for a little bit of storyline. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. We've been waiting a long time for this, ever since the game was in its first update, where there was only one map and there wasn't a whole lot to do in the game, till now, when there's tons of sprawling maps and loads of things to do, and you can burn some serious hourage on this game now. I just wanted to welcome you all to Wintermute. So let's go ahead and start the game off. We're going to do episode 1, Do Not Go Gentle, and then there's episode 2, Luminance Fugue. I don't know, however that word is said. Let's start Do Not Go Gentle. Let's do this thing. Well, at least you've got the Northern Lights. I mean, that's pretty cool. Get some nice last views before you die. Them viewses. Hi. Apparently my name is Mackenzie. Hello there. How are you doing? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just bleeding out on the soil here. Alright, well, we're up. Interacting with this little guy. Oh, no! I like nothing about this. Oh, God. That sure pull a chunk of metal out of your hand. Good lord. Oh, that's how we're going to start this adventure, huh? Just with, like, a problem cutting through our mitt. At first, I thought maybe it was, like, an especially sharp rock. But nope, it looks like it was mostly just, oh, we got to go inside. I'm okay with going inside. Let's go inside. Ooh, there's also a med kit right here. Yes, let me have that first aid kit. We got bandages, antibiotics, and okay, so we got some like amoxicillin and a little bit of Band-Aid. I already know how to play the game, so I'm really not going to worry about any of the tutorial stuff. Probably going to skip through most of it to get to the game as fast as possible, because I just want to play. I just want to play. So we got to make a campfire in the radial menu. Alright, campfire in a radial menu. There it is right there. The radio menu is triggered by pressing the space bar, in case you're wondering where that comes from. We can do... I'm not going to waste my firewood. I'm just going to go ahead and use the twigs because it'll save us resources in the long run. If this ends up failing, we'll try something a little bit better, but cedar firewood is better for lighting fires. Fir firewood is better for lasting longer, in case you were wondering. And then sticks and everything in between, I'm going to go through this series as though somebody watching it has never played the game before, because this is the official release. So one can assume that the player base is going to grow a little bit in between, you know, here and when this video goes live. Alright, so we've got 3 minutes of campfire. I'm going to throw some cedar on there. We've updated our mission. It's rolling credits at the moment. We want to get ourselves warm. The fires that are outside do not count. I already tried that out when I was doing my test recordings of what we were doing over here. I tried to go out and like stand next to the campfire and all that. I'm sorry, stand next to all those fires out there. They actually did not work the way that I wanted them to. We've got, you are bleeding from a wound. If left untreated, you will bleed and die. Okay, well, let's take care of that then. We will go, apply a bandage to my stomach, apparently. And so there it is. And then we've also got nothing else that is currently pressing. Yeah, it's one of those get down or lay down moments, and he chose resoundingly to lay down. It's okay. Some people are layers. Some people are getters, and some people are layers. The world would not be the place that it is without both getters and layers. We've got to melt some snow, so we're in this little tutorial situation here. Pretty easy to do. That means we just got to find a campfire. Once we get the campfire materials, we'll go ahead and get those going. We'll need about 3 hours worth of fire to make the amount of water that I personally will want in order to make our survival prospects a little bit better. We've also got some birch bark laying on the ground over here. That's going to be great for kindling. Let's go ahead and snap up some of that stuff off, because we don't want to end up with some frozen Mackenzies. I tell you what, it's a good thing... It's a good thing my sister's not playing this game right now. Sister's name is Lindsay. Lindsays have kind of a tenuous relationship with the Mackenzies. Mackenzies and Lindsays kind of have like a thing going. You know, among Matthews, I'll give you another example. Like, my name is Matthew. But among Matthews, there's a raging war, a roiling, undulating fire that burns beneath the surface between the 1Ts and the 2Ts. If you're a 1T, you just can't come around me. You'd be like, whoa, 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 T-deficient Matthew. Why are you trying to talk to me like you know me? Oh, we got an MRE right there inside that one. That's pretty good. And this is a thing that has existed for a long time, and it's not about to go away anytime soon. The 1Ts versus the 2Ts. I prefer that the 2Ts are in every way superior. Ooh, Accelerant. I like Accelerant. What's inside this plastic container over here? Accelerant allows you to instantly light a fire. I almost said instantly cast a fire, but I keep forgetting we're not playing wizard games right now. Yeah, it lets you instantly make a fire if you want to make one, and it makes it so that you have no fail chance, so it can be very nice to have around. So as far as getting our stomach refill goes, our status is not good right now. Our status is not solid. We probably want to get on top of this. Let's go ahead and get this fire lit. I am going to use Accelerant for this one, but I'm going to save the book for later. Light that thing. There it is. So we have accelerated. I will add enough fuel to get us to like 3 hours-ish. Then I'm going to eat some food because we have 3 sources right now that are going to be draining our status. I'm going to eat the food first because that fills up one of our meters and gets it going so that our status isn't burning downwards. For anybody that's new to the game, the more meters that are empty, the faster your status burns downwards, and it can end up with you being quite dead. I'm going to melt 4 liters of water. Good, our temperature is going up. We've only got dehydration right now, so maybe our meter won't go down that fast. We do want to purify it. We can use tablets for that, or we can just boil it over the fire. I'm going to boil it over the fire because saving the tablets for later, I don't know, I'm a pack rat. I'm the kind of person that saves all of his health potions for way on later in the game. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and get this thing started off. Perfecto. There goes our water meter. It's all taken care of, and now, so we've got an infection risk. Do I have... Oh, I do. I have antiseptic. So let's go ahead and take care of our chest wound. I don't know what's happened to our hand wound, but apparently our chest wound is the one we're worrying about.
I need to rest up.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel so good either if I had like a Jesus wound in my hand. I'd be pretty concerned about my long-term survivability as well. So, you know, more power to you, amigo. Day 3.
The weather's turning bad. I'm gonna need a good long fire to keep from freezing to death.
Okay, so by good long fire, it means... How long of a fire do we need to have? I don't know how long this fire needs to be, but we're going to get out here and we're going to try and grab whatever things we can grab in order to make this better off. I mean, you can break these branches over here, or, it's already too cold for us. Okay, so let's hustle this through. The more sticks we have, each one adds like 12 minutes to our fire. We're going to need at least a good 30 or 40 of them if we wanted to make it through 9 hours. It looks like we've also got some real wood up and over there. That'll give us a good hour and a half to play with. So yeah, there's some cedar firewood. Is there any other cedar firewood around? We've got birch bark right there. I will take that. We can't break that branch right now, so that's not even going to be an option. I guess you could propose that we could make a small fire first just to warm up next to, and then go for it. But until our status is falling off real fast, too fast in all honesty, let's just grab whatever firewood we can get. There we go, and whatever sticks are laying around that don't require a couple minutes of me breaking off a piece of that, not Kit Kat bar for right now. Let's go ahead and we'll head back. I'm going to try and get warm. We can break those crates for a little bit of reclaimed wood, but I'm going to focus on just getting a small fire up and going right now and maybe doing something with that meter. So we got Accelerant right there. Let's burn through. Our status is not really tenable at the moment. Will this give me 9 hours? Maybe. Ooh, it's going to be so close. Okay, so we are close. Our status is going up, and unfortunately there's no point wasting any time right here. I'm going to go bust one of these wood crates, and that'll give us another hour and a half to play around with, or at least another hour. And so there we go. I'm also going to break off these sticks. That'll look good. Perfect. And so now that we got a handful, an armful of sticks and busted up wood from crates that were inside the plane, we should be able to take that, dump it on the fire here. Yep, tape another log on the fire. Why are we using tape to adhesive fire? Alright, I said tape another log on the fire. I don't know. It seemed like one word. I've been up all night waiting for this, alright? So you're going to understand that my brain has been draining out slowly. It's been draining out slowly. And so I think this is going to be an awesome episode. But you've got to know that I've got sleep depravity right now. Not sleep depravity. Sleep depravity I enjoy. I've got sleep deprivation. There we go. Much better. Let's not step on the fire. We've got a fire for 9, 10 hours right now. Warm ourselves up by the fire for a while. Okay. All right, so into day 4 we go.
Never end. find some food.
Okay, tracking down vittles today. Be careful not to step on your campfire. It will suck if you do so. I know that because when I played through this to test record it, I stepped on my fire, and it made me wounded, and I don't want to be wounded right now. It looks like a tree fell down right there.
Had a storm last night. Blew that tree clean over.
Yes, indeedly doodly it did. Let's break this crate up real fast so that we have some fire-making supplies. Ooh, books. Books are great for burning in this game, in case you were wondering about that. Why would you want to have a book on a survival adventure for burning? It basically works as a accelerant. It'll give you essentially a full chance to light a fire. However, that being said, it doesn't give you the speed that Accelerant does when you just like old engine that sumbitch. That's what my granddad used to call it. He'd be like, I can't get the fire lit, we're going to old engine it. And he'd just take lighter fluid and spray it into the fire. I'm pretty sure that's what everybody's granddad and dad called it. We've got a jacket over here. Hell yeah. Let's throw that on. We've got ourselves a jacket. I don't know if it automatically put that on, but I'm going to put that on because there we go. The jacket is apparently frozen. That sucks, man. We've also got a deer over here. Let's go ahead and carve this carcass up. It's got 3.5 kilograms of meat on it. That should be enough to keep us trucking for a little bit. It's not going to be a ton of food, but it'll be enough for about a day. And then we also had some kind of interesting storage thing over here on this side. Let's go ahead and have a look. We've got a hard case. Okay. I like to consider myself a hard case, but apparently Astrid is the hard case in this story. 913 we don't have. How do we get it open?
Locked.
I guess we don't.
Jackrabbit Remote Transport. Mackenzie speaking. Whoa. Whoa, slow down, Maureen. What are you talking about? It's okay, Maureen. I've got it from here.
Hello, Will.
What are you doing here?
It's been a while, I know.
Yeah. Years. I haven't heard from you since...
I know. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't important.
Well... What brings you... I mean... Are you sick?
No, not me. But I need to get to someone who is.
Right. So you're still a doctor?
Yes, I'm still a doctor.
I thought that after... Why are you here?
I need your help. There's an isolated community in the northern part of Great Bear. Someone there is very sick.
Great Bear? There's nothing there anymore. Not since...
I know. But I have to get there.
Still trying to save the world, huh?
Somebody has to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mackenzie... Will... I didn't come here to fight about the past. I need a pilot to take me somewhere remote. Someone who won't ask too many questions. Someone I can trust.
Wait. Questions? Astrid, are you in trouble?
Are you gonna help me, or not?
What's in the case?
See, there's that thing about no questions, remember?
What's in the case, Astrid?
No questions.
Look, the weather out there is bad. Bad. But it's getting worse. You walk in here after years. I could have been dead. You could have been. And then you show up and you want me to just risk my life flying into the middle of the great northern nowhere to deliver you in some mystery metal case to some remote wilderness outpost. All because you walked in here and asked me to?
Yes.
Astrid, you can't bring him back.
This isn't about that.
I know how hard it's been.
No. You don't know, Mackenzie. You don't know anything.
You don't think I feel it too?
Are you gonna take me or not? The longer I wait, the worse it'll get. Damn it. I don't have time for this.
Wait. The worse what we'll get? Why do I have a feeling you're not talking about the weather?
Because I'm not.
Throw your bags in the plane. I'll get started on pre-flight. Better buckle up tight, because it's going to be a rough ride.
Minus 10 points for Canadian realism. He didn't say a boot. You were like, this isn't a boot the weather. Oh, God. Well, it appears as though we have some kind of drama. You know what I found is that whenever a female from your past... Yeah, me too, buddy. Me too. Whenever a female from your past comes back in, they definitely are there to fight about it. It might just be to fight about whatever happened in the past, I mean. It might just be... They might have, like, another reason for being there. Like, you know, they might have another reason for coming back around, but also fighting about the past is more than likely one of the hinging catalysts in that whole thing. Damn it, my fire went out again. Damn, son. Fire be going out left and right, causing me problems. All right, let's get a fire started. With our fire almost lit here, it takes a little bit of time. You got to be patient with things like fire starting. Fire starting is a pretty tough skill. Even experienced survivalists can have trouble lighting a fire from scratch. It can be a pain in the ass. Let's add our fuel in right here. I think more than likely what it wants us to do at the moment is cook up some dinner. And while venison does not sound delicious to me, I've never had venison that I would prefer over a steak. I say that wholeheartedly. I've never tasted venison that was just better than a normal steak. Never tasted that venison. I feel the same way about fish. I've never tasted a fish that was as good as a New York strip. Like, it doesn't exist. That fish is non-existent. That fish has never come into being. But aside from that, if you don't got anything else, you got to do what you got to do to keep your caloric intake high. You're looking at roughly 1,500 calories a day, depending on body weight, little less, little more. So, for example, I'm a smaller guy. So, for me, probably about 1,200, 1,100 calories will do it a day. But if you're like a bigger guy, 185, 200 pounds in there somewhere, you probably eking back up to 2,000, 2,500. It just sort of depends who you are and what your body weight is. We threw some calories in, about 1,600 for the day. He's probably going to be feeling a lot better after this. That's all done and taken care of. I'm going to do my best not to step on my fire. As far as our journal goes, see if you're strong enough to climb out of the ravine. All right. Apparently, I got to try and climb out of the ravine here. Although I get the feeling I know what's going to happen. Let's get back up to the top. To the top of this climby thing. I don't remember this being a climbing wall the last time I played the game, but you know. That was the smallest free climb ever, brother. What are you doing? Oh, good God. I free climb all the time, so it's kind of funny to me. That's a little tiny free climb. That is not a free climb you should be worried about, dude. I've free climbed that with 100 pounds on my back. That's not bad at all. I've seen free climbs that'll make you be like, oh, I've got to go do that. And trust me, those free climbs do exist. Those free climbs where you look at them and you're like, well, I can't finish my survey unless I do that thing, so I guess I'll go do that thing, even though it's kind of terrifying. But we now have a sprained ankle, and so it wants us to make rose hip tea, as far as I know, which is a pretty hip tea. It's a pretty damn hip tea. The last time I played the game, I don't think there was a recipe that had anything to do with rose hips, but I think it's a painkiller in the case of this game, which is something that I actually had never heard of, rose hip tea helping with pain. I don't know if that's an extrapolation or if that's like a real thing, but inside the confines of the game, you can 100% do it. Let's head back to the fire and we'll get these things cooked up, and we'll see what the game wants us to do after that, because we've been inside this tiny little, it's not even like a tutorial area, this kind of little intro area for a while, and I'd like to get up out of here. There's our hips right there. My hips so sexy, throw them in the fire. My hips so sexy. I've got nothing that rhymes with that. Burning like a tire? I don't know. Chances are if I cook it, it'll more than likely burn like a tire. So there it is. We've got our prepared rosehip tea. We'll go ahead and drink that. That'll take the edge off. It's an anti-inflammatory. Okay, so.
May as well rest up. No telling what tomorrow will bring.
Yep, let's get down and do it. Campfire boogie. Beedle-doop, beedle-doop. Day cinco.
I feel stronger today.
Well,
I can climb out of here now.
that's probably a good thing, man. I'm hoping you feel stronger. As we get further into the game, we'll unlock things. That's all that it's letting us know right there. And the sandbox mode, you don't really have to worry about that. You can basically do whatever you want to do in the sandbox mode. One thing I always wish that this game had was like reading books and learning how to do stuff. So I've always felt like the front end challenge is really like the hardest part of this game. And the secret to making the game's longevity better is making the front end challenge a lot more difficult. Let's climb on out of here, and making it so that your character has limited survival experience and has to read books in order to figure out that survival experience, I think would have been a great way to really kind of stack the deck against the player at the beginning, so that you have limited skills, like enough to survive, but not enough to like guarantee your survival. You know, if anything goes wrong, you got to read medical books and things like that, fishing books, survival books, hunting books, things that teach you stuff along the way. Then again, sitting there watching a meter fill up as you climb. Other games have done it, and it hasn't been particularly interesting in other games, so I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that front. I'll probably not loot all these rose hips just because I don't care. Let's keep climbing up the mountain. He'll be coming up the mountain with some roses. Yeah, we're getting there. Keep on climbing, man. Stamina be damned. We can make it. He's wearing a wedding ring. So I'm going to assume that he's married to the lady in that intro video that we watched, or at least was married to her at some point. I don't see anything useful laying around. No guns, no anything of that kind. And we do have some random structural material over here that has fallen off the plane, blown all over the place. Oh, that's kind of a small plane. I don't know what's up with all these big chunks when the plane is so little.
Sure hope Astrid's not in there.
You're still wearing it.
Huh? Wearing what?
Your ring. Our ring.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I just forgot to take it off.
I wear mine too.
Why?
Memories, I guess.
I thought you wanted to forget.
Not all of it.
Look. I should have looked for you.
It's okay. I've kept busy. I've moved on.
You sure? Because this all seems pretty familiar. You still working with that researcher? Dr. What's his name?
No. No, I'm not working at the center anymore.
Well, then where?
I'm working on my own. Freelance, you could say.
Freelance doctor? That sounds legit.
I don't question your life choices, Mackenzie. Plenty of things you could be doing besides hanging out in your dad's old plane and drinking in the daytime.
Hey, we had a lot of good times in this plane. And it's under control.
I know, okay? I'm not here to fight, really.
I think about him all the time, you know?
I know you do.
But I did. The choice I made. I did it for us.
Look, you don't have to. Let's just not...
No. It's important that you hear this. There's things I need to
Mackenzie,
say.
not now. There's...
Just let me tell you.
Will, shut up for a second. Something's wrong.
That is not good.
What's going on?
Power's gone. Whole electrical system looks fried.
Shit! What's happening?
No power means we're going down. Hold tight.
Will?
I could have told you it was a terrible plan to take that Cessna or Kit Fox or whatever it is. I could have told you 100%. I grew up flying in a plane like this with my granddad, like, all the time, like, every other weekend. My granddad built a plane from scratch with a Kit Fox kit, and it was a plane just like this one, and he built it by hand, like, one piece at a time in his backyard. He even knocked a wall out of his house so he could keep building it.
Not sure which of us looks worse.
You definitely look worse. No, I'm just messing with you, man. Well, I mean, on the plus side, at least she saved your life. She got you down to the ground, man. What more can a captain ask of his vessel than that? She sacrificed herself to bring you in. I mean, a good captain would just go down with the plane, but we wouldn't have much of a storyline if that was the way it happened. We have some beef jerky over here. We have a can of soda. Sounds great to me. I'm going to try and be careful about what I scavenge off the ground on this side. Yeah, sure. Is there anything in the crate? Let's break the crate real fast. Crate's busted. There's a down vest and some wool socks in there. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Wool socks are great. You really, really, really want to wear wool stuff.
Definitely pass through here. And in a hurry.
Run for your life. Walking through the snow with a heavy pack can get tiring. Yeah, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. It might be escaping a wildfire. Is that a new mechanic they added in? I don't know. It said you might have to sprint to escape a wildfire. And I'm like, is a wildfire a thing inside the confines of the game right now? I don't know. Is it? I'm a little confused. Let's keep on trucking. There's another scrap of her cloak over there. I'm going to call it a cloak because it makes it all sound more Lord of the Ringsy. She has left a scrap of her cloak upon the stone. We must follow her to Barongrad. I don't know. I'm just making shit up at this point. Ooh, there's some rocks over here, too. I will pick those up because I am aware of new mechanics, and the new mechanics are I throw rocks at things that try to kill me. We've got bunnies over here. If I wanted to equip the stone... There we go. We can also throw these at bunnies, just in case you feel like your aim is good enough. My aim is not good enough. That's what we learned right there, is that my aim is absolutely not good enough. He kind of endoed that one straight into the ground, so, you know. Oh, I almost got him. Eh! Oh, I almost got him. Take that, bunny. Take that! I have stones! Stones! Bunny has outrun me, unfortunately. I'm not the consummate hunter/fighter. Normally, you would use a curved stick to hunt rabbits. In case you wonder how that works. You can throw a rock at them, I guess, if you really feel good about it. But normally what you would do is you would take like a branch and you would make almost like a boomerang. It's a curved stick, and then you throw it at them, and hopefully it's heavy enough that it'll clunk them and knock them out, and you get yourself fed. You really want to put some heat on that thing, though. If you're rabbit hunting with a curved stick, you really want to put some heat on that throw. I think you keep it curved for the centrifugal force or something like that, so that it like whips out of your hand faster. I don't really know the science behind it, why you would keep the stick curved. It's just a practice that I'm aware of. You take a stick and you carve it with a knife so that it's curved, and then you throw it like a boomerang at the rabbit. And presuming your aim is good enough and it's a heavy hardwood, you should be able to knock that thing the hell out. We got some old man's beer. This is one of my favorite items in the game right here, so I am definitely going to pick this up. You can cross that over with bandages to make antiseptic bandages. Antiseptic bandages are super useful, and they weigh a lot less than carting around a ton of antiseptic disinfectant with you. So, you know, just something to keep in mind for when you're trying to keep the backpack weight down. Other than that, though, we've got crows, which means something dead is over here. We'll have a look. Oh, yeah, we got ourselves a dead deer over on this side. I will take the meat just because we're low on food right now. We have hypothermia risk. Our status bar is going to start falling off really quickly from here on in. So we'll want to think about making a campfire ASAP. But up until, yeah, we can get under things by pressing the, there we go, control key. I don't have to read tutorials. I can figure it out on my own. I'm a smart guy. I'm a smart guy. That's what my mom said. That's what my mom told me. The problem is that everybody's mom tells them they're smart, so I think even the dumb people slip through the cracks because their mom don't want to hurt their self-confidence or anything. But really, I kind of feel like dumb people are getting a little too confident in the future. Like, we may want to rein that back in, and, you know, every now and again just be like, well, you know, son, you're not the sharpest knife in the drawer. So, you know, just be skeptical about things in your life and maybe think before you speak first. But no, every single time we're like, no, you're a smart kid, and you just keep encouraging him. Where's the line drawn, man? Where's the line drawn? Like, you don't want to hurt somebody's self-confidence, but if you're a dumbass and you go through life with everybody telling you that you should be self-confident about your dumbassery the whole time, it just sounds like a really good recipe for Dunning-Kruger. So where do we draw the line between cultivating someone's self-confidence and making sure that they don't become, like, a catalyst for stupidity in the world? Like, where's the line drawn? So we are officially lost inside of a cave system right now. My suggestion would be that we break it off for right now, and I'll see you on the next episode. I'm going to try and upload this daily. I'm very excited about this. I can't wait to play more with all of you. I will see you all next time. This is the Long Dark's Wintermute storyline update. Up mode? I don't know. See what I'm talking about? Somebody gave me too much self-confidence when I was a kid. Anyways, thank you for stopping on in. My name is Splattercat. I like survivalism stuff, geology, and also indie gaming here on the internet. I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks for stopping on in. If you want to support the developers, purchase the game down below in the description. Other than that, hi to everybody. Check out the Patreon. Bye-bye!